Hi there, this is Janet Gershon-Siegel, and I'm the Lonely Writer. This is serious social media help for the independent author, that is, the author who does not yet have an agent. This month I am doing daily NaNoWriMo prompts. Now the prompts, if you strung them all together in order, you probably wouldn't get much of a story, but the idea here is to give you some encouragement and maybe some ideas. And certainly if you want to skip over a few or use them in a different order, you're not going to hurt my feelings. So today's prompt is kind of an odd one. It's called What's in the Box? And the reason why I'm asking this is because if you consider the phrase and what it means, then I think you can really get a very sort of broad idea of something to create. So here's your first question is it a big box? Is it a small one? Is it a coffin, which is essentially a type of box? And so what is the box itself important? And I would say in some cases it is, because certainly the size of it is going to give you a real indication of what's in there. I mean, if you give me a small Tiffany ring box, I'm going to operate under the assumption that there's something from Tiffany in there, but it isn't always the case. And certainly at the very least, there's a physical requirement that whatever goes in there, it has got to be smaller than what you can pull out of there. You know, the TARDIS notwithstanding, the way the way the physical laws of the world work are such that it's got to be, whatever you put in there, it's got to be smaller than what you take out. If it's a coffin, I'm going to assume that there is a corpse in there, or if it's, or at the very least, it's going to be all the things that we associate with the interior of a coffin, such as the lining, and maybe there's embalming fluid in there, maybe there's some excess embalming fluid. Perhaps there's some artifacts that that the deceased is taking with them. Even though we don't live in ancient Egypt anymore, at least most of us don't, certainly don't live in Egypt, and we don't live in ancient times, people still put something, we will often slip something into a coffin with someone, and maybe it's not specifically a religious belief, but I think a lot of people find comfort in making sure that their loved one has a favorite toy, or something even from cosplaying, or they have their wedding ring or the like. As I recall, putting a child's elementary school autograph book into the hands of a great aunt who passed away. I mean, she was in her 80s, but we still gave her autograph book. So the box kind of is important. Certainly the size of it is, if nothing else. Now, can we look at it differently? So the question of what's in the box, it also kind of connotes curiosity. You know, what is in there? It's, I mean, is the box sealed? Is it nailed shut? Is it chained tight? Is it stolen, maybe? Or what about Pandora? You know, when you think about, don't touch this, it also kind of goes along. It is very similar to Adam and Eve being told, don't eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. And Pandora is told, don't open the box, don't look inside. So what's in there might be something that we're trying to keep in. Maybe there's a demon in there. Maybe there's something horrible, or something that is going to hurt us, or at least is going to disgust us and frighten us, and maybe it's something that we don't want to look at. A truth that we don't want to face. So there's a lot of questions about the container itself, and then what's in it. So my question to you, of course, is what's in the box? Finally, this is Janet Gershon-Siegel, and I'm the Lonely Writer, because an independent writer never has to be alone. Thank you so much for listening, and good luck with NaNoWriMo.